Like, how is this viral? These products that we're going to be putting to the test today, they are TikTok viral, and I want to know why. We have a whole bunch of TikTok viral makeup that we're going to be putting to the test today. I want to know, is it worth the hype? So we're going to start with a little bit of skin prep, and then we're going to move on into the makeup portion of this video. First, I'm going to actually prep my skin with this Ordinary. It is the Milky toner, and I've actually been seeing that Milky toners are just trending on TikTok in general. Not like general talk of this Milky toner. The one that's been floating around lately is the Thayer's Milky toner, but I already had this one, and I absolutely love it, actually. It provides like this really nice, like sticky, like very refreshed, rehydrating type of feel, and it also is a toner, so it actually has some loving ingredients in it that gently exfoliate my skin, and it's so good. Like, look how dewy my skin is. The first thing we're going in with is these right here. These are very viral. They're the Thirst Burst drops from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I still have it in the packaging, but these are supposed to be a dupe for the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dew Drops. If you are new to my channel, this is one of my favorites, and I actually have it in my makeup bag constantly. It's one of those products that I use to always prep my face. Today we're going to put to the test the e.l.f. Thirst Drops, and I'm actually going to apply the Niacinamide Dew Drops on one side of my face just so that we can see how it compares, because it's supposed to be a dupe. This is the e.l.f. side, this is the Glow Recipe side. Definitely the Glow Recipe side is quite a bit like thicker in consistency, but like feel-wise, this feels exactly the same as my Niacinamide Dew Drops. Like, they feel exactly the same. I am getting a little bit more of a cooling sensation with the Glow Recipe ones as well. Now, and like, it did dry down a little bit quicker on this side than what it is on this side. So the Thirst Drops are 1% hydrating hibiscus complex, and they also have 5% niacinamide. So this is supposed to be dewy and brightening, and this obviously has niacinamide in it. That's what it's known for. This is the packaging difference. I've actually used over half of my Niacinamide Dew Drops, which is interesting. I use my Niacinamide Dew Drops so much. This side is still a little bit wet on the Glow Recipe side. This side is very much like dry. I might actually put a little bit more on because it seems like my skin really just like soaked in the product on this side, and I'm thinking it's because it is a little bit more runny in consistency. Oh, my skin feels like so hydrated though. And this is a glass bottle, which I think is really like bougie for e.l.f. because usually their product is not like that at all. I do not have a primer. I'm just going to be using the Essence Last and Fix Primer Jelly from Essence. And this is just like a kind of gripping primer, but I actually feel like it's gripping, but it's also moisturizing, and it does have a little bit of this like clean scent to it. This is not, nobody talks about this primer, but everybody's talking about just like grippy primers in general, so we are going to apply this to the face. Oh my gosh, my skin feels amazing. So like hydrated, because that's exactly what I need right now. Foundation. We are going to be going in with the new Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. I have the shade 102. This is supposed to be a fair to light shade with cool undertones. We're going to do one pump on my foundation plate. This foundation has gone completely viral on TikTok because it provides a matte finish, but it's almost like luminous, and everybody is going crazy for the type of finish that it provides. And they say that it's like a very natural finish, and it is a very like not quite matte, not quite luminous. It's like your skin, but better. And everybody has been going crazy over this foundation over on TikTok. And we've also seen a lot of reviews here in the YouTube space as well regarding this foundation. I did just do one pump on my foundation plate just to see how it would apply with like my prep products and with my primer. But I would say that like if you want like a very natural coverage, you're going to do like one pump all over the face. I'm actually going to add another pump to my foundation plate because I feel like most of it like went on this side of my face, and the other side of my face isn't covered as nicely. And we're going to apply this and just make sure it's like an even coat of everything. So far, it looks really like natural, and it's not quite matte. It is like a luminous foundation. It honestly, like, I feel like that's a buzzword. It definitely is saying it's like a luminous foundation. It's like a satin foundation. That's what it is. It isn't quite a serum-y type of foundation because it is like super thick, but it is like a very natural finish. It's like a satin finish and it's super pretty. It's not really adhering to my nose very well, like at all, which usually I have problems with my nose, like in it having adherent, like it doesn't like to adhere, like nothing does. So I'm just gonna take my Singe Beauty concealer brush. This is the FO2, and I'm just gonna kind of like pat this into the nose. It's a pretty good shade match for me. I am pasty pale, I'm super white, and it is giving like this like medium coverage, not quite full coverage. You can still see like the red coming through my cheeks. I'm just gonna build this up a little bit with the remaining product that is on the foundation plate. So I would say like 2 pumps, 1.5 pumps, 2 pumps have covered my face, and then we're just going in and we're seeing how this like builds up. It is like very airbrush looking. I'm noticing that as well. And with the skin prep that we did, it feels very hydrating, and my skin looks super hydrating. And so far, it's not settling into fine lines or wrinkles that I have up here. And I do have fine lines under my eyes, and it's not really settling into that as well. We'll have to see like if it leaves any kind of like, sometimes foundations like this can oxidize. And one of my favorite foundations from the Maybelline line is the Superstay Activewear, but they actually discontinued that one to replace it with this Lumi Matte foundation. All right, I'm gonna go in with a color corrector from Essence Cosmetics. This is not viral on TikTok, but this is something that I tried in like a hot new makeup video, and I will leave that linked for you guys in the eye or the description box down below, whichever one I have room in. But I did try this in a recent video of like testing just hot new makeup releases. And I like it because it's a very thin in consistency formula, and it really does brighten my inner corner of my eyes because I tend to get a lot of like darkness right in here. This should be TikTok viral. I am not gonna lie, like this is such a good, inexpensive color corrector. It's like under $5. It's so good. Next, we're gonna go in with the Tarte, like this is the Shape Tape stick. I actually really like this one, and a little bit goes a long way. So I usually just dot this on my under eyes, on the outer corner, and I don't know where my eyeshadow primer went, so I've actually been using it as an eyeshadow primer too. And then I just use it to cover up any kind of redness or blemishes that I may have. And honestly, I just like literally just dot it on my skin, and it's so creamy and emollient that it really just like settles nicely into my skin. And we're just going to pat this in. It literally just gives my skin this like airbrushed look, especially on my under eyes. It's just such a pretty concealer, and it's not cakey or drying by any means. It's just very like blurring. Like look how it blurred my under eyes. And then we are gonna blend the concealer into my lids as well. Next, we have a TikTok viral powder. This is the L'Oreal Blur-fection powder, the only shade that I could find because this is only available at Target, or you can find it on TikTok shop. I found it at Target. And the Blur-fection powder, I got the transparent one. Oh boy, this is gonna be a pain in the butt to peel off. I swear, like they don't think about people with really long nails when they put these like products. Come on. This claims to like really blur your skin. I have the transparent one, so it's not gonna brighten. And I do have another TikTok viral powder, but I wanted to try this one first because this is claiming that it's going to blur your under eyes. So I am going to apply this to one side like this. I mean, we already have a concealer that's blurring. Now we're gonna have a powder that blurs too. I am going to powder in areas where I tend to get a lot of creasing, and it should blur that as well. So can you see a difference between this eye and this eye? It does look a little bit more blurred. That like the product is super hard to get out though. There is like a purple, not a purple, there's a pink version of this one, like a light pink and a dark pink version. And then there's also some other colors that are more suitable for different skin tones. I just picked up the transparent one because that was the only one that they had that would actually work for me. So this isn't going to brighten by any means, but I do expect it to blur. So that's what it looks like with the blurring capabilities. I mean, it is really finely milled, and it is like really nicely settling into, like, it's not settling. It's really blurring everything really nicely, and it just gave me this like really nice smooth under eye. I also have another viral TikTok powder. It is the Flawless Skin Trio from Essence. I think I've actually tried this in a different video as well, but this has gone TikTok viral. I actually like to just tap a little bit of all the colors. I swirl it around on my sponge, and what I've been doing is actually setting the, like, right underneath my under eye and where that Blur-fection powder is, and I like set here because it just seems to be, some of the colors are a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but it does create a really nice like effect for me to be able to just brighten this area in general. And you'll see it's kind of like got a pink white cast to it, and it also kind of like, it's really pretty if you just like use it on the chin and the nose, and it does kind of give this like pinkish look to it. I look very matte all of a sudden. So this one does have a purple version, a pink version, and almost like a peachy version. And sometimes, like I said, I mix it all together, and it kind of reminds me of that Prisme Libre powder from Givenchy that's like super, super viral. I am just going to set the face really quick with this lasting fix. I always do this when I have like layers of product. I set it and then I go in with like the rest of my product. Before we move on to doing the rest of the face, I actually wanted to do lips real quick. And I have this, it's the L'Oreal Plump Ambition gloss. I actually already have a shade of this that I absolutely love, and the shade that I have is 641, but what's also been trending is 201, and then there's another one that's been trending as well on TikTok, and I wanted to try the 201 Milky Nude. So I'm just going to line my lips really quick. I'm a huge fan of like kind of a bold liner and then just like nude, but I don't have very light lips, so it doesn't sometimes work the way I want it to. So we're using Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. I have very tiny, very, very, very tiny lips. Now we're gonna go in with this lip gloss. It's almost like a nude pink. I'm not offended by the plumping effect of these glosses at all. I think they're so beautiful, but I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't like, okay, so now I have two shades of this, and I'm not gonna lie, whenever I put this one, it looks like this. I just put this one on and it looks like this. So it literally looks the same. I think that if I were to just put these on without lip liner, it might look a little bit different. But another one that's trending is like this mauve shade, but do they all look the same on the lips? Like, please leave me a comment down below. I'll see if I can post a side by side of like, all right, let's get into the face products. I really don't have anything that's new and trendy for the face products. I am just going to use a cream like bronzer wand from Physicians Formula real quick and get the bronziness going because we can. And lately I've been seeing that bronzing wands and like, actually, the Milani cream bronzer is really trending on TikTok again. It's actually a part of this like viral foundation routine from Shelby Ann. And I actually want to try her viral foundation routine and put it to the test and see if it works on somebody who has quote unquote mature skin, because I do. I'm 36 years old, so I technically have quote unquote mature skin, and I do have some fine lines and stuff like that, and she really like packs on the product, and everybody's like, oh, you have a filter on, that's a lot of product, that's a lot of makeup, and her skin looks flawless on camera, and it looks like it has a filter. And she has like a drugstore routine. She also has just like her routine in general. And so I really want to put that foundation routine to the test. MCO Beauty has been taking TikTok like by storm recently, and I've really noticed that like they have a lot of trending videos right now, and they are known for really replicating like a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury products. And it's interesting to me because We have, you know, other brands that have also been doing that as well. So I'm just doing a blush wand from Flower Beauty, and I paired it with the highlights from Juvia's Place, the liquid highlight. I find that this is just such a pretty, really pretty combination. Oh, so pretty. All that cream product is just so nice. Because of Shelby Ann's like drugstore makeup routine, this has been trending all over TikTok. It is the L'Oreal Infallible bronzer, and this has been like super, super viral. Everybody's been trying it as a part of the foundation routine. So we're just gonna coat a little bit of this on my face. The shade that I have is 250 Light. It is a really like silky smooth bronzer. I've just had this for a while, and I like how her foundation routine is actually like incorporating some products that have been on the market for a while, and it's making those products like super viral again, which I find amazing. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the powder from this blush trio, the Icon Blush and Aura Points from Makeup Revolution. We're gonna use a little bit of the powder to set the cream. Like, this is so pigmented. It is such a good like trio of blushes, and I do have that in another video as well. We have a trending eyeshadow that has been on TikTok, and it is this shade right here, Half Magic. A lot of the Half Magic eyeshadows have been trending on TikTok right now. I actually just saw Aniela Kanikbas do a whole swatch comparison, and I do have two of the other shades. I have Wet Pebbles, and then I also have Swamp Goddess. Swamp Goddess is like my favorite shade. I did do a BYOP like spring palette. I'm gonna call this like Spring Goddess or like Tulip Blossom. I don't know. It is honestly like a super fun BYOP. If you guys want to see what's in this palette, definitely leave me a comment down below. And we're just gonna do a simple eyeshadow look. Everybody, what they do is they just like pop it. They pop the Half Magic shade all over their lid. It's a one and done. I am the type of person who I do like one and done shades, but I also like something to be in my crease so that it kind of like has like a nice gradient and there's no like line for my makeup. But we just put on, I have the Odin's Eye shade Casper, and that was thrown in the crease. And then we're just gonna put on this Half Magic shade, and it's like this beautiful, sparkly, glittery shade. And it is nice because it's kind of like this like eyeshadow topper. Now the Half Magic shades, if I remember it, they're like $8 to $12, and you can find them in Ulta Beauty, which is where I found mine. And like this shade is just, it's so pretty. It really is like a one and done shade, and I can understand why it is like, I can understand why it's so viral because everybody's into those one and done shades. But I've also been finding that a lot of people are getting back into colorful makeup, like makeup that's a little bit like has a little bit of dimension to it, and I think that is so fun. So we just patted that all over the lids. I think it looks absolutely stunning. And now we're going to fill in my brows. We have the Maybelline Superfluff. This is actually in my Shop My Stash rotation, but I've also done a video on this product as well. This is a product that has been seen a lot floating around on TikTok because Maybelline is really pushing the whole TikTok shop thing right now. And like, I kind of like this Superfluff, but I kind of don't at the same time. Like I'm still forming opinions on this Superfluff. I don't know. Like, there's just something about it. Like, it does get gloppy on my brows, even though, like, I wipe it off. Like, if you can see here, it gets really gloppy on my brows. And I wouldn't go with a different shade because I do have very dark brows. Like, they're so dark. My brows are like a brown black shade. So going with a lighter shade really isn't an option because that would just make them look kind of ashy and weird. But I don't know, like it just, every single time I wipe off the wand and I go to put it on my eyes, I feel like it just gets all gloppy, all over the place. And then I end up taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills wand and I just like kind of clean it up, and then I'll take my concealer brush, and if I have any gloppiness, I'll go in and like clean it up there too. It's weird to me how it's so gloppy. Like, it's very gloppy. Maybe I should just let it dry down for a little bit, and then, because now I'm having to like clean it up and like it just is not working well. See, like, I mean, once it's done, once I'm done finagling it, then it's fine. But before then, it doesn't work very well. Now we have a product from MCO Beauty. This is that beauty brand I mentioned at the beginning of the video that is pretty much all about the dupes. And this one is a tubing mascara. I don't know what brand it's trying to dupe, because usually they dupe the packaging as well. But this is a tubing mascara. Everybody has been going absolutely insanely crazy over this because it provides volume, but it also tubes. And I am one for a good tubing mascara. Do I have, this is the black brown shade. It was the only shade they had at my Target. This is a black brown shade, so it's not going to be completely black, which is understandable. I don't mind a black brown shade. This is kind of like a chocolatey brown. It's kind of pretty. But this shade, this mascara in general has been going viral on TikTok because it adds volume, but it also adds length, and everybody's just like raving about it. So let's put it to the test and see how it looks. There's also another mascara that's been going viral. It's the Maybelline Bubble Mascara, and that's only available on TikTok Shop. And that one has wild claims of like volume and length, and people are wondering if it is a tubing mascara. So this is what it looks like so far. Usually I'm not a huge fan of tubing mascaras because it does one of two things. It either lengthens or it's just a mess. Like I've tried ones that are a mess before, and usually tubing mascaras are all about the length and they don't really add a lot of volume to your lashes. And that's one thing that I just don't like about tubing mascaras. Like I want the volume, and right now they just look kind of there. Like, how is this viral? How is this product viral? This is not wowing me. Like seriously? Maybe it would look better if it was in a brown, like a black shade. I don't know. Like this is just not wowing me at all. Like I don't feel like my lashes are getting any longer. It is clumping. Like I get better results with other mascaras that are not tubing mascaras. Like this is not tubing at all. I do notice that it really is like curling my lashes up though. That's kind of nice. I truly 100% feel like this could be a mascara that's like for one of those like no makeup days where you have like hardly anything on, like maybe just a glowy skin tint, some like cream blush, and then you have some mascara. I don't think this is for somebody like me who really likes va va voom. I don't know why this is TikTok viral. Somebody please tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Like I've been doing makeup for a really long time, and I just feel like this is a complete and total fail. It's not bad by any means, but it's definitely not what I was expecting because it's been so hyped on TikTok. All right, so this is the completed face of makeup, and you guys heard a lot of my impressions from this TikTok viral makeup, okay? I understand why some of these are viral. I get it. And actually I'm gonna wait to give you like final thoughts and like a full review video, which I have one coming of other products that I've tried as well. But like, why is that mascara viral? Like, I don't understand why it's viral. And I understand why the L'Oreal lipstick, like the gloss is, like everybody's talking about it. Like I get why in a sense, like there's one shade that everybody loves, but I have two shades and when I put them on with the same lip liner, they look exactly the same and I'm not filling in my lips at all. I'm just lining them. So that makes absolutely no sense to me why it's so viral that like it makes no sense. The formula overall is really good though. But I think my makeup looks really pretty. I do like the foundation. I think it looks really nice. It looks very like airbrushed, and it almost has like this, it's luminescent, but in the right places, which is a good thing to say. And I do really like that Blur-fection powder. It really did smooth the underlines so nicely. I'm gonna have to like test it out more, but some of the things in here were really good. Some things I'm just like, why? Why are you viral? Like, I don't understand why you're so viral. And like I said, I like how we are bringing back some things where it's like they were talked about once. Now it's included in a viral foundation routine, and now it's going viral again. And I love seeing content like that as well. I think that's good. Anybody else find it kind of ironic that TikTok has transformed into a tutorial based or like viral makeup trend based type of thing, where that's where YouTube started out? Thank you guys so much for watching and staying tuned to the end. I hope I get to see you in my next video, so don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Bye!